Now the Redmi 6 Pro looks a lot like every other Redmi phone that launched this year. It has a metal unibody design which makes sense for the segment it's offered at. It makes more sense than a glass body though, as durability matters more than good looks in this segment. It's built robustly and will take a few bumps here and there. Up front you have Xiaomi embracing the notch, which houses the front camera, the earpiece and the proximity sensor. It is the same notch design we have seen in other more expensive phones, and it inevitably is trickling down to the cheaper phones. Despite the notch though, Redmi 6 Pro has a considerably larger chin. Even the buttons felt a little wobbly. It also isn't slim by any means, and that's because of the giant 4000 mAh battery it packs inside. I'm guessing you would prefer longer battery life over a slim form factor in this segment. Now, there is a 5.84-inch IPS LCD panel of 19:9 aspect ratio, but it's not a Full HD display. It still looks good though. The brightness isn't all that high, but does the job pretty well. It's also quite color accurate, and the phone's compact form factor makes it good for watching videos while commuting. You do have the options to hide the notch and turn on the blue light filter and tweak the color temperature. The Redmi 6 Pro is powered by the Snapdragon 625, coupled with 3 to 4 GB of RAM and 32 or 64 GB of storage. The chipset has been used in multiple mid-range phones last year, and it's good to see it power budget phone devices now. However, as of making this video, we were prevented from running benchmark apps even after the phone has launched, so we don't have the scores to compare the phone against the competition. In real-world usage though, the Redmi 6 Pro is quite fast and responsive. You will have to wait for a few seconds to launch heavy apps, and having too many apps in the background can slow the phone down a bit. I launched Instagram, Facebook, Chrome with 15 tabs open, camera and a game back to back, and there was a noticeable lag in loading the apps once again. Still, the thermals are kept in more or less in check. The phone doesn't get very hot when stressed. As for gaming, this isn't the ideal choice. The Snapdragon 625 uses an Adreno 506 GPU, which now seems aged as compared to the newer 5 series GPU you get in the Snapdragon 636 and the 660, which are more optimized to handle heavy titles like PUBG Mobile. On the Redmi 6 Pro, the game runs on low graphics and the gameplay gets a bit choppy after a while. Now, the Redmi 6 Pro relies on Xiaomi's MIUI 9.5. The same phone is available with stock Android as the Mi A2 Lite in European markets. Now, the Xiaomi's UI is packed with features and takes heavy inspiration from Google's material design. There are card-based menus and flat square icons. You do have the option to change the theme and icons. The phone also supports gesture-based navigation, which takes a bit of a time to learn but becomes muscle memory after a point. There's also some deeper system optimization that Xiaomi claims to have done to make the UI feel more responsive. Now, the Redmi 6 Pro sports a dual camera unit at the back, which juts out ever so slightly. There's a primary 12MP sensor with 1.25 UM pixel pitch and an f2.2 aperture lens. That is combined with another 5MP sensor to capture depth information. Up front is another 5MP selfie camera with f2.0 lens. Now, the camera performs decently well in its price range. In the daytime, the photos come out fairly sharp and crisp. There isn't a noticeable shutter lag when you're shooting in the day, and the focus locks on fast enough thanks to PTAF. Now, you can see the images I took. In daytime, the photos come out fairly sharp and crisp. There isn't a noticeable shutter lag when you're shooting in the day, and the focus locks on fast enough thanks to PTAF. Now, indoors, the camera takes sharp, oversaturated photos with high contrast. The results for most will be pleasing to the eyes, but under low light, there's a noticeable shutter lag and quality isn't good. The portrait mode works decently enough. It's not as good as what we have seen in the Mi A2, but does the job well enough. Now, selfies come out rich and vibrant. Now, there's no pixel binning happening here like on the Redmi Y2, but the results are more or less good enough. One of the highlights of the Redmi 6 Pro is the massive 4000 mAh battery that easily lasts over a day if you use it moderately. I used the phone to browse social media, navigated via Google Maps, took photos and played games, and I still had around 25% left at the end of the day. If you are an avid gamer though, you will have to plug the phone for charge by evening. Heavy titles like PUBG drain the battery relatively faster. There's no quick charge support, so you'll need to keep it plugged in for around 1.5 to 2 hours. So overall guys, Redmi 6 Pro comes off a reliable and functional compact phone under a tight budget. At Rs 10,999, the phone will cannibalize Xiaomi's own Redmi 5 and the Redmi Note 5. But to be fair, this seems to be more of the same hardware that we have seen before from Xiaomi in this segment. Only this time there's a notch. Depending on where you stand, either you'll like it or you'll hate it, but overall, the Redmi 6 Pro is something we'd easily recommend if you have a tight budget. Good luck buying one though, because as this too will be offered in flash sales, and it will be really hard to get hands on a phone as popular as this one is going to be. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Let us know what you think about this video and the phone, and for more videos like this, do subscribe to digit.in.